Hi, everybody. My name is Mandisa. And, every single time before I share, I just say a little bit of a prayer so that I don't get into my head and I just can completely just get into my body so that this message really lands to someone who really needs it at this point in time. So, in another post, I will share about what I'm about, who I am, and why I am. But specifically today, I just wanted to share that I feel so much love in this moment. And the type of person that I am and the way in which I participate in life is by learning from every single interaction. Every experience is something that God is just like teaching me that there's so much love and teaching me about me more than anything in relation to others or a specific like situation. So that situation could include like a thing, an object, or like an environment as well. So this in particular, I've been cycle syncing, like really committed to it from the beginning of this year, January 2023. And, the cycle syncing as a woman, we go through our moon cycles and it happens to be the full moon today. And we have our internal cycle. So I'll share more about that in another post as well. So we generally have our own internal summer, spring, autumn, and winter. And it has been such an important thing because I happen to be moving closer towards my winter, which is when I will bleed. And it's so interesting to learn just the spiritual insights that come and revelations that come every single moment, every single day. And I feel really, really blessed to be able to participate in life this way, to be quite honest. And during the time, full moon is about releasing. Menstruating is about releasing and it's shedding that which in us that is no longer part of us moving forward. It is something that's still within us that doesn't put us in our highest timeline, our highest vibration, our truest self. And this is where our winter or our full moon really, really helps us. So obviously the full moon cycles with those who don't get their periods. The full moon, the moon cycle externally will be able, it's something that one will be able to practice with. And in the winter cycle, it's almost about releasing and shedding and having very clear boundaries. You less shy about saying no, and you less um, you lessen the energy of feeling bad because of saying no and giving reasons because uh, you know you're scared to say no because there's still a part of us that wants people to like us. It's just a human um, it's just in our human nature, really, at the end of the day. So it caught my attention that as I'm waiting for the bus, I can see this guy is trying to make like small talk, and I am definitely not in the mood. And then I remember sometimes when I get onto the bus and I, greet the bus drivers, um, sometimes they just look really, really grumpy. And it was such a beautiful thing to quickly snap those two together to see how I put myself in that bus driver's position, and I could see how the bus driver could possibly be acting. And then it brought me to this realization. Sometimes we want to say no, and we want to give reasons as to why we want to say no because we feel bad, as I said earlier. And the beauty about learning, because sometimes you get into the state of, oh, maybe there's a lesson here. Maybe God is trying to teach me something here. Maybe X, Y, and Z. And then it got me into remembering um, a verse that just talks about there's a time and place for everything under the sun, a time to cry, a time to laugh, and you get the gist. It just basically works through the polarities. And today I was just like, the beauty about moving into my winter where I'm shedding and I need my clear boundaries, because at this point in time, I really need to rest and I really need to move everything outside of being able to feel nourished fully from within. And I was just like, it's okay to not have to continue conversation. That is my no, where I'm not going to entertain certain people at certain times. It's not to say that if someone in the public space wants to communicate with me, that I'm never going to be able to like share. But the beauty of discernment, of just being able to say, no, I don't have the capacity. That's my newest way of saying no. And there are different, um, there's a different body language each time, depending on the certain type of person um, that, you are engaging with at the time. So I hope you get something out of that. Some things just feel very important to share. And I hope that you can understand that there is a time and place for everything. And for those of you who generally feel bad for saying no, because you do want to be able to go there, but you just don't have the internal capacity anymore to be able to give of yourself. And I just remember when Oprah, it was Maya Angelou, in fact, who just said that you cannot give from an empty cup. I hope I got that right, actually, that you cannot give from an empty cup. So it's like when you clear your boundaries, you say no because your cup is not filled. Therefore, you can't give of your best. And when you can't give of your best, that person can't be of their best either. So you almost like moving from an emptier cup, give off when it is overflowing. Then you just want to pour in. Then you feel complete. But when you're feeling that there's just a space of, I need to give that and pour into me, and just to have your clear boundaries on that. So it's boundary setting. It's honoring your no, and it's honoring when your no needs a reason. And also to just allow that to be okay, to just let it be a conversation of non judgment, but full of compassion and love. So I hope you got whatever you needed to get from that message and you just really received it with love. Thank you so much for listening.